Namaste, Nam, Gita Dhyana. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavatveshinim. Oh, Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Arjuna. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters. O my affectionate mother, destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudevasutam devam kansachanuramardhanam devakim paramanandam krishnam vande jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. So, Sri Krishna, having told us that great secret of where this wretched desire is hiding. Desire by itself is not bad. But what use that desire is taking us, that is real wretched thing. Now, it is the desire for lust and greed that is absolutely destruction of ours. But if it is the desire for the lotus feet of the Lord, that is not a desire at all. Then it is a tamed, creature. It is like a snake under the charm of snake charmer. It won't bite. It won't do any harm. What Sri Krishna is talking about this desire here is the desire born out of rajas. That he is cautioning us. And he has told us where is that hiding. That desire is hiding in the senses, the mind and the intellect. Now Sri Krishna tells us how to capture it. Sri Krishna is again like I told, we said yesterday in our reading, he doesn't leave any stone unturned. He has told us where the desire is hiding. Now, now he tells how to get rid of it, how to handle this situation. Now we know where it is hiding. So Sri Krishna says, tasmāt tvam indriyāṇyādau niyamya bharatarṣhabha pāpmānaṁ prajahi hyenaṁ jñāna-vijñāna-nāśhanam. Tasmāt, therefore, tvam, you, indriyāṇi, the senses. What should you do? Therefore, what should you do? Indriyāṇi ādau niyamya. Indriyāṇi niyamya ādau. Or ādau niyamya indriyāṇi. First, ādau is first. Adi. Initially. The first thing what you should do is indriyāṇi niyamya. Just control the senses. Desire may be there. But hold that rein on the senses very strongly that they don't get under the temptation of desire. They don't get tempted by the desire. Just control the senses. Desire is there, yes. Desire cannot leave because desire also is part of creation along with the body, physical body, along with senses, the mind and the intellect. It is also part of creation. Desire is also a part of creation. But First, control your senses. Don't allow these senses to look at the sense objects with that lustful tendency. Don't allow the senses to look at the sense objects with that greedy tendency. And this desire won't be able to harm you anyway. So Sri Krishna says, Adau, first, what you do? Oh, bharatarṣhabha. Sri Krishna is addressing Arjuna as bharatarṣhabha, the best of the Bharata race, best of the Bharata clan. And Sri Krishna, by addressing Arjuna, he is in a way boosting his confidence that you are also capable of doing it. It is not that you are not capable of doing it, because you are the best among this entire race. You are the best among the Bharata clan. So, first of all, what you should do, you should just control the senses. Pāpmānaṁ prajahi hyenaṁ. Pāpmānaṁ is sinful. Prajahi, kill. Hyenaṁ, verily, kill this. jñāna-vijñāna-nāśhanam. So, absolutely ruthlessly, just destroy this enemy of jñāna-vijñāna, the destroyer of knowledge and discrimination, knowledge and realization. Just crush this enemy, kill this enemy, the desire. By controlling the senses, kill this enemy, who is destroyer of knowledge and the realization. So Krishna has given us a solution also. Not only he has told us where that wretched desire is hiding, but also told us how to get rid of it, how to slay it. The Lord who has slain Kansa and Chanur, the demons like those. Same Lord is telling us, now is the time that first of all control the senses and just slay it, destroy it, cut it into two. One who is the destroyer of knowledge, this sinful, wretched thing, desire. Cut it with ruthlessly. Don't have any kind of emotional, sentimental attachment to that. How can I kill? And this is also, in a way, Sri Krishna's message to Arjuna. Better get ready, or you have not only have to kill the desire, you have to also perform your swadharma by slaying all those ruly people, all those evil people, your own evil cousins. You have to wipe out the evil from the face of this earth. And it is like this desire, they're the destroyer of the knowledge and the realization. Therefore, O eminent of the Bharatas, mastering first the senses, slay it, crush that desire, sinful, destroyer of knowledge and realization. Simple formula. Nothing can then affect you. Then you don't have to worry about anything. Once you have controlled your senses, you have killed the desire, then your mind and your intellect will also be freed from that bondage. And then you will realize the indweller, Dehini. Then you will realize the Atman. Then you will have the Brahma Jnana, self-realization. When the protecting fort is taken by storm, the enemy's position becomes vulnerable. We know the enemy is hiding in that fort. But a big storm comes, and the fort just crumbles. The moment that fort crumbles under the the severe, pressure of that storm, severe attack of that storm, when that fort crumbles, comes to pieces, the enemy is exposed. What Sri Krishna is telling, once the senses are put under control, this desire, sinful, destroyer of the knowledge and realization, will get exposed automatically once you have controlled the senses. And the moment it gets exposed, it is so easy to kill that enemy then. You can cut into two, you can cut into hundreds of pieces and just remove all the existence of that wretched desire. You can just wipe it out. It is easy to subdue the enemy then, once the fort is taken by storm. Lay hold of the senses, mind and intellect, using them for divine causes, and desire is thereby done away. Why to allow the senses, the mind and the intellect to follow the ruling of the desire? Why to allow them to get tempted by the desire? There may be hundreds of thousands of things for enjoyment in this world. Fine. But is that enjoyment worthy enough? After all, it is a mere enjoyment of a fraction of a second in the eternal time frame of this eternity. That enjoyment is nothing insignificant, because all those pleasures are going finally to be accompanied by pain, by headache, by frustration. So, do instead put the senses, mind and the intellect on divinity. Look at the sense objects in the form of divine. You know what happened? Let me slightly come out of this particular explanation and give my own interpretation to this. Sri Ramakrishna, when he was performing arduous austerities while at Dakshineshwar, the son-in-law of the owner of Dakshineshwar temple, Rani Rasmani, her son-in-law Mathura Babu, he thought maybe, since Sri Ramakrishna is he's a brahmachari, he's a celibate, maybe that he is not bringing out his sensual energy. That's why he's behaving like a madman. Because everybody thought he has gone mad. 24 hours, Sri Ramakrishna crying for the vision of the mother, hitting his head on the floor till it bled. Mother, mother, mother. Everybody thought this fellow has gone lunatic. He has become mad. He has become insane. So Mathura Babu, he thought, okay, let me try out. Mathura Babu used to call Sri Ramakrishna as father, as Baba. Although Sri Ramakrishna never, tolerated anybody to call him in that manner. Because after all, he was child of the mother. One day, Sri Mathura Babu, he decided, okay, let possibly all this madness has come into Baba, into this great saintly person, because of his being celibate, his being following the brahmacharya. So one day, he asked Sri Ramakrishna to get ready and asked his attendants to get some nice clothes stitched for this Brahmin. I will take him somewhere. And nicely with new clothes and all, nice shawl. He took Sri Ramakrishna in his carriage. They went to a place of ill fame, the prostitute's house. And he thought maybe, after all, Sri Ramakrishna was a young man. Mathura Babu thought that possibly seeing this ambience, seeing the surroundings, he will get tempted by that beautiful damsel when she was dancing. What happened? Sri Ramakrishna, that prostitute, that Nartaki, she was not a prostitute, she was the divine mother. Sri Ramakrishna actually, he just, saluted her. Oh ma, and that fallen woman was so much repentant. What a great sin I was doing to tempt this great child of the mother. That's what happens. If a person, uses the same senses, it was the same sense that any other, young person, had he been in that place, he would have used it differently. He would have used his senses in fulfilling all those sensual pleasures. But Sri Ramakrishna, he saw the Divine Mother in that prostitute. That was his saintliness. That was his holiness. So, what Swami Chidbhavananda ji says here, that uh, all these senses, the mind and the intellect, instead of dwelling them on the sense object, instead of seeing vulgarity or the pleasurable aspect in those sense objects, try to see divinity in that. And automatically, the moment that shift happens, the desire for carnal things, the desire for lust and greed just cannot remain alive. It will just get slaughtered, that desire. And that's what Sri Krishna is telling. Control your senses and kill that desire. Kill that desire by drawing away these three seeds of the desire to divinity. So, splendor of Atman gets smothered by desire, which is therefore condemned as sinful. We don't know what a great treasure we are carrying in us, within us. Is the indweller. The Lord is the indweller. Heart of a man is the seat of the Lord. That's what says Sri Ramakrishna. And instead, we have made this indweller imprisoned by putting the senses, the mind and the intellect onto enjoying all those dreadful things. The conqueror of desire is indeed a hero. Lord Shiva's burning Cupid to ashes is a mythological exposition of the conquest of desire. That Lord Shiva, once he came out of that samadhi, he opened his third eye, did Pandav, and he just destroyed that Kamadev. That is an example. How a desire can be. You have to be ruthless then. No more temptations, no desire, no more delusions, no more covering, no more clouding, no more smoke over fire, no more dust over the mirror, no more worm over the embryo set it free. And that's what Sri Krishna is telling us. You have to be ruthless by killing this sinful desire, controlling our senses. Sinful desire, which is the destroyer of knowledge and realization. Now, what Sri Ramakrishna says, what is Maya? It is none other than the desire that obstructs the spiritual growth of the aspirant. Time and again, Sri Krishna tells us desire is the root cause of all evil. Sri Ramakrishna says that desire is the culprit which obstructs the spiritual growth of the aspirant. And that is Maya. Get rid of it. You have to be absolutely professional, absolutely ruthless, absolutely, drastic in getting rid of it, in cutting it into halves, in cutting it to hundreds of pieces. And only then, this indweller will start enjoying its real bliss. So that is Sri Krishna's solution also to this problem. The doubt that Arjuna has asked about why a person, unwillingly though, he gets into the sinful acts. That's it. Kill the desire. Kill the basic enemy and you're free. So that was the 41st shloka of that we read today. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swami.